Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 reasons why your ads are failing. Now, this is going to apply probably more to Google and Facebook or anything else, and so please do take that into account. But a lot of these are going to apply to advertising in general. Okay, so guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm going to be releasing a ton of more content. It really helps me grow this channel, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought. And let's get into this. It's going to be super helpful. Take these down, take notes, and let's get into it. So the first one, and I probably think it's the most important, is you don't have a plan, you haven't done research, okay? So Google Ads or any form of advertising can't be treated as, okay, I'm just going to dive into this. You need to treat this seriously, and you need to go into it with some kind of strategy. Are you going into this for brand awareness? Are you targeting completely fresh people, people that have never heard of your business before or your brand? Are you targeting a product that people are performing specific searches on? Or is it something that people are going to compare with 10 other things? Is it a product that people do shop around with? Now, is there a lot of competition? Like, you need to find out, okay, who are my competitors? Am I wanting to target people that are top of funnel? So if not, then do I have my remarketing audiences set up? Do I have my Facebook remarketing set up so I can keep retargeting people? So research is super important. Knowing what your goal is with your website and your ads. If you don't do this, if you have no plan, then you can't expect your ads to do well, right? So if you're just throwing products out there, testing a bunch of stuff and going, okay, nothing's working, and then not trying anything new, you don't know where you're heading, you don't know where you're going, you're not looking at what other people are doing enough, and it's not just a one-time thing, it's an ongoing process, okay? So make sure you do your research, make sure you have a clear plan for your store or for your local business, whatever it is that you're doing. So number 2, you haven't set up conversion tracking properly. So I see this time and time again. People either don't have Google Analytics installed, they don't have any kind of tracking set up whatsoever, and then they're wondering, okay, why aren't my ads working? Well, I don't know what words or what products are doing well. I just know that I'm spending $2,000 a month on Facebook ads or Google ads, and I'm not getting enough conversions. Maybe I'm making $500 in sales. So I don't know which keywords converted. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how much time people are spending on my site. If I don't have Google Analytics installed, I don't know what my bounce rate is. Conversion tracking, having Google Analytics in place and proper conversion tracking with values. So I see a lot of people, either if they do set it up, so basically it goes in terms of how bad, no conversion tracking, having normal conversion tracking without value, so just the value of 1 for each conversion, which obviously isn't good. You don't know where you're converting, where your highest ROI products are, and so you kind of can't make logical, and you can't make any decisions based on actual fact, right? Super important, and that's one of the main reasons I see people fail. They don't know where their spend's going, and they don't know what's delivering them result and what's not. Okay, they just know it's not working. So moving on to number 3, okay, so your site isn't optimized for conversions, or your landing page, and or it doesn't look trustworthy. So all the elements I speak about, it needs to look professional. You need to have high quality images, you need to have great fonts, you need to have a color scheme that matches, you need to have elements of trust in there, whether it's money back guarantees, whether it's having your FAQs and your pages set out like a proper online store, or having an email address or phone number for people to contact you. If you don't have this stuff, you don't look legitimate, then why is someone going to buy from you? You're going to get a lot of clicks, but they might not result in sales. So this is a super important one, and there's no one thing I can tell you to make this work. It's just a whole range of factors. So it's one that you need to continuously work on and improve. So there's so many things, and I've mentioned a lot of them in a lot of my videos, but I'll do a video on its own. Okay. So make sure your site is optimized for conversions, that things are working properly. There's not random pop-ups or, bad grammar or bad spelling. I hear a lot of people tell me, no, my site is optimized for conversions. It's perfect. Okay. And then they go, well, I'm optimizing my campaigns as well. Why am I getting conversions? And a lot of the time, to be honest, and I'm not saying this because I push the blame onto other people, but a lot of the time it actually is the landing page that isn't optimized for conversions, or the tracking isn't installed properly. And so it often isn't the ad. The job of the ad is to get someone to click it, right? That's pretty much it. The ad is meant to get someone from wherever they're coming from to your website. Once the person's on your website, there's either been a disconnect between what they saw in the ad and what they saw on the landing page. So either you've lied in your ad, well, not necessarily lied. The image isn't as descriptive as it could be, or it's getting people that, it shouldn't. So that's where negative keywords come into it over time. Or, your image wasn't high quality enough and they couldn't see it properly, or your landing page was really slow to load. Like, there's so many factors, guys, that play into this. And so make sure your site is optimized for conversion and looks trustworthy. Okay, so reason number 4, you don't know your numbers. You don't know what profit margin your product has or bids, right? And so this leads on to number 5. You're treating all products and keywords equally. These two kind of work hand in hand, okay? So if you bid the exact same on all products, now it works when you're bidding really, really low. So the strategy I tell you guys, where there's a whole test campaign, that works if you're bidding low. If you're bidding higher, or you're bidding what Google suggests for you to bid, you're going to blow out and waste so much money, okay? You need to know your numbers. You need to know what each profit margin, what each product brings in profit margin, and what your ideal bid is. And I've got a whole video on bids right above here. So click that, guys, watch it, and I'll leave it in the links below. Make sure you go and watch that video. It's super, super important, knowing what to bid, knowing your numbers, knowing, what your conversion rate is, what you can afford to spend. And it's super important. This entire process of Google Ads is data driven. If you don't know your data, you can't make it work. So number 5, as I've said, you treat all products and keywords the same. You need to focus on your best sellers. Obviously, you need to find what those are first, but once you find them, focus on your best sellers, pour most of your money into those, okay? And make sure if you're doing search ads, be specific, okay? So you can't bid the same on, buy Rody mic 250, blah, 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 now, you know what I mean? Versus microphone. If someone Googles microphone or buy Rody mic or Rody mic NT, whatever the model number is, if someone's being that specific, they're in a buying mood, they're looking for that particular product. If someone just goes microphone, you're either going to get a lot of impressions and no clicks, you're going to get a lot of clicks and no sales, or you might make a few sales. But if you're going for stuff in search ads in particular for microphone, then you may not come up for the right thing, right? That's where I'm saying your title needs to be perfect and it needs to be optimized. So number 6, you haven't systematized your optimization, or you don't even optimize your feed or campaigns. Google, especially Google Shopping and Google Search as well, if you're not continuously optimizing it and fine tuning it, then you may as well just stop. You're going to just burn through money and it's not going to work. A lot of people are trying to just go the shopping campaign route because they find it easier. It is a machine learning based algorithm, right? So if it has no data, it's not going to be able to give you profitable sales forever, and you're going to struggle to scale with it. So you need to learn this stuff. Smart shopping is great for people that are time poor, or that they've got the budget there to burn a little bit. But if you don't, you need to sit in here. You need to have this control. That's what I like about normal campaigns. They've got that control. I will cover off smart shopping in another video, but super important, guys, that you're going in, optimizing it, have a system in place as to how you're going to optimize your campaign. Go, on this day, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. On that day, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it this many times a week. And here's my monthly schedule. Okay. So number 7, leading on from, if you don't optimize, you're going to have too much wasted ad spend. So I read an article the other day, and 75% of ad spend is wasted. And what I mean by that is people, what they're bidding on in terms of products or in terms of the keywords that they're targeting, they were never ever going to result in sales. So I spoke to someone today who was a real estate agent, and they were targeting houses. Like they were targeting words so broad that it was never ever going to convert. And people think, okay, if I put the word in, someone searches something to do with that word, it's going to come up. No, the way these work are, if you don't have the right thing in front of the right person and it's not specific, it's not going to work. Okay, so be specific with your products so you don't waste. So you don't have too much wasted ad spend. Make sure you're cranking those negative keywords and chucking them in there when they're coming up and they're chewing too much money, or they're unprofitable. And knowing this is a bit of an art, guys. So over time, you're going to be able to have a list, and this list will grow and grow and grow, and you'll know that those words don't convert. Number 8. So for Google Shopping, you're not focusing on what I call the Trinity, and that's image, price, and title, and to a lesser extent, description as well. But if you don't have these 3 down pat in shopping, you're going to fail. So you need to have a really high quality image. You need to have a price that's on point. You've got to be within, 10 to 20% of the person. 20% is where you're probably not going to get that many clicks or conversions. You're going to remember this is a shopping platform that people compare other products, right? People are going to click on yours, click on other people's. They're not just going to come to yours, okay? So focus on these. image, price, title, description to a lesser extent as well. Number 9, you genuinely don't understand the nature of Google Ads. Or e-commerce at that. So you've got to remember, people go on these sites to compare stuff. People go on there to search for stuff. So Google Ads are all about being specific. If you aren't specific and relevant, so you need to make sure you're putting up the right ad with the right wording containing keywords or the title in shopping, containing the keywords of the person searching for, and the product looks like what they've described, and is at a good price. If you don't have those factors, you're probably not going to be able to do well with that product. I suggest being as specific as you possibly can, working on having that right wording, working on being accurate, and making sure that whatever you're doing matches together, okay? So building on from what we've said earlier, the ad also needs to match what is on the landing page, okay? So all those things together, that in a nutshell is Google Ads. If you understand that, you're going to get this, okay? Number 10, you don't have remarketing. You're not capturing people's emails or speaking to them ever again. They come to your store, they're never coming back. You need to play this as a long-term game. That's how people win. Google Shopping, Facebook ads, Google Ads, none of them are easy, okay? What you need to do is focus on doing everything as well as you possibly can. So having basic things like remarketing, email capture, giving discount codes for email, having text abandoned cart, email, messenger, the whole lot. Push button notifications. You need to keep speaking to people. You need to keep sending them valuable content. Just like I'm providing this video to you, I'm providing you valuable content so that in the future you might one day either need my ad services, you might buy something from me. I want to show you that A, I know what I'm talking about, B, that you're a valued customer of mine, and C, that I have something to offer you and you should come back and visit my store or my website, okay? So guys, I hope this has helped. As I said, the release of my free course, paid course, and coaching program is going to happen. I'm hoping to launch it tomorrow. I know I keep delaying it, but I'm trying to make it perfect. I've got a few people beta testing it. I really want it to be the best possible one out there. So guys, make sure you hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. Hit subscribe, guys. Really help me grow this channel, and I'll speak to you soon.